In some cases, I said that you have to adapt the requests you have on a statistical analysis on the data you have. Sometimes you can discover that you can answer some of your questions with GPT or similar tools. In other cases, you can't, even with the new generation of generative AIs that has also the reasoning capabilities, because basically you need to have the proper prompts, even if some people tell you that with the reasoning models prompts becomes useless. I don't really agree with this position. When I say that you can use ChatGPT, I'm not going against my interest. I remind you that with this channel I popularize some services I sell with enterprise statistics. So if you use ChatGPT, you get also more awareness on statistical service, and since also this channel has aim increasing awareness of the utility of statistical service, using ChatGPT is not a loss for me but a win-win. Anyway, in such case you will see, as anticipated, a case where a person has a certain request and can't have an answer for what they seek, basically. We have this invoice dataset. I removed the customer name for privacy reasons. We have the payment type, the payment amount, invoiced amount, the deadline, the invoice date, and the status. 30 rows of data. In many cases I said that it is too few, and let's go to see the requests. They want a skilled data analyst, completely useless, especially in this case, to provide insights. They want to identify which payment method the clients prefer, and they could do it with a simple pivot table or with even ChatGPT, perform various analysis on the invoices, trends, client behavior, overdue payments. With such kind of data you can't do most of the things they mention here. Create charts to present findings. Again, you can do this with ChatGPT. And as a final deliverable, they want a report, the charts they mentioned already, and the recommendations. You can do this with ChatGPT. Maybe the third time that I say this. What did I do with this? I went to Tableau, that is the easiest and also fastest way to do some data exploration, and I checked the payment type to answer this question. Can we say that the client preferred the cash on delivery? No, because we have too few cases. This is not a chart from which we can derive recommendations. Next one. Maybe we could see that the status that is partially paid or paid depends on the payment type. Again, the answer is no, because with this amount of cases or rows, we can't have a solid conclusion. In some cases, I say that we can have a statistical conclusion with a statistical test. In this case, I skip it because it is visually evident, even though in some cases I make the wrong conclusion from just the charts. In some old videos you can see this. Next one. Maybe we could wonder that people prefer to split the payment according to the invoice amount. That is the most useful chart. From these results, I can't conclude this. So that's all for this video. With such kind of data, we can't answer basically 90% of the requests they have. Why? Also because, and this is a topic that returns once again, because we deal with internal payment data. The most informative column we have is the customer name that I eliminated. And generally you also have an email, generally. If you do data enrichment on that email, you could explain, for example, the status. Maybe some customer names have particular companies in particular sectors where they used to split the payments for a number of reasons. Data enrichment basically means getting more columns for your dataset. Sometimes mean paying for a third-party service. In other cases, you can do it at almost no cost with IT procedures, data retrieval of some kind. Once again, if you have similar requests, please first use ChatGPT with the reasoning model. Then, if you still want to have a free first call where we discuss the results you got with ChatGPT, we can do it. And most likely I will give you some more tips of ChatGPT, because once again, I know more tricks of the trade, I know more prompts than a non-technical person. So my utility comes there. You can book that famous free first call in the link you see in the description. Bye, and see you the next time.